Do you see this? This is what happens when you are poor. Hello everyone, what's happening? What's poppin'? What's Gucci? You are watching Life of Mar. Today we're just gonna do a quick little Q&A video because I went on Instagram and I asked y'all to ask me questions. Some of them are fun, a lot of them are dance related, some of them are about academics, and others are about love and relationships. And let me tell ya, do I know a lot about that? Not really. But do I try to preach a lot about that? Hell yeah. So I'm going to try to answer all of them to the best of my ability. As you can see, this is my setup. I have a flashlight sitting on a Kleenex box right beside my phone that is also sitting on the Kleenex box, sitting on my laptop, and my laptop sitting on my bed, and I'm sitting on the floor. So this is how I'm going to be filming when I don't have my girl Stephanie Lee available. Anyway, enjoy the video. Alright, a little quick hair change. Also, I apologize. I look really greasy right now. I have no makeup on. I just came back from the gym and I am so busy this weekend that I have to film today at this very moment. First question comes from my boy Daniel Pauly CA on Instagram. He asks, how long have you been dancing and what was it that kickstarted your decision to start? So, I started dancing at the age of 9, and that was simply because I needed something to do in the summer. My parents put me into a summer performing arts camp. Two of my really good friends were a part of that camp the summer prior, and I just wanted to, they told me it was a great place, it was a great outlet, so I was like, okay, let me try it. Little Mariam in 2006 went to her very first performing arts camp, learned her first choreo to SOS, and just never looked back. If you want to know more about my dance history, you can check out my latest the video I posted before this one, my letter to dance. It really explains the whole shebang of why I dance, why I love it, etc. Alright, next question comes from my girl Tracy. She asked, what was the most embarrassing dance memory you can think of? To be honest, I'm a pretty sick dancer, so I don't really make mistakes on stage. I'm just kidding. No, I have a lot of embarrassing dance stories, but I think my very first embarrassing moment I think that I can like remember was my very first competition season when I was 13, and I was dancing on my team for the first time at my very first competition, and the theme of our set was like toys that come to life, kind of like a Toy Story type of flex, and I was like a toy robot. And we got these shoes, we all got these shoes that our coaches bought for us, like literally on the corner of like Spadina and Queen, like from Chinatown, and mine didn't fit really well, so I had to hold them together with tape. Like they were like a strap-on shoe, and I taped the strap to my shoe. And on stage we did this move where it was like, you know, those like grand like those slow worms, and I did one, and because your foot, like, you know, goes like this when you do the worm and it holds you up, my shoe came off my heel, and I literally was dancing with half a shoe on my foot, and I don't think anyone noticed or my coaches noticed, but the rest of the set, so this was like the halfway point, for the rest of the set I was literally trying to strap my shoe back on because I was dancing with like a slipper. It was literally like flopping on my foot like this the entire set. Alright, the next question comes from John. Okay, John, he asks, how did you become so effortlessly glamorous? John, I woke up like this. I'm joking. People that know me know I'd never answer like that. John, I love you. I hope all is well with school. You're such an amazing person, and you're just everything I want to be. So how did you become so effortlessly glamorous and amazing, huh? The next statement comes from Jen Wale, girl on my team. She goes, yo, we're gonna collab on a video, okay? Okay, Jen, okay. Next question comes from William. Hey William, how you doing? He goes, what is your goal in the future regarding dance? For me, so obviously I'm studying to become a nurse and then following up nurse practitioner. So dance has been a part of my life for 13 years now, and I just hope that it's in my life for the rest of my life. Whether I'm teaching or my kids are dancing or I'm still, you know, taking class, I really don't want to lose it. It's something that I'm going to keep on keeping on, you know. Will I pursue it professionally? At the moment, currently, I'm at a crossroads with that. I love being in Toronto because the community is so hungry and classes are so accessible. They're not that cheap, but they're accessible. and dancing on a team has really opened up so many doors in terms of training. I think I have the courage to pursue it professionally. I just don't think I am the dancer I want to be yet to pursue it professionally, but who knows, if I do that down the road, that would be amazing. If I could do that on the side. I actually, one of my dreams besides working in the healthcare field is to open up my own dance studio or dance center in a community like where I live, and hold dance classes, if not pro bono, like for free, for a very, very low wage, to give kids like me who didn't have the means to get classical training to get classical training. Okay, next question. Princess Nia, hey girl, asked, what made you want to become a nurse? Alright, this question runs deep in my veins. I've gone through obviously many career changes growing up, like most kids do, but those who know that my family has gone through a lot of bouts with health and health problems, in terms of I've spent a lot of time as a kid in hospitals supporting fellow family members to this day, both immediate and not immediate. So I had a lot of chances to watch nurses and doctors in action, and seeing how well they cared for people that I loved really showed me that's what I want to be for someone else. I want to be that superhero, that person that, you know, can help someone else spread their wings after they've broken them. And I just, by watching that, I became emotionally attached to the profession, and I always made it my goal in life to be able to help others. And so that's what kick-started me into becoming a nurse. Initially, I did want to go to medical school, but as I mentioned in my facts video, that didn't work out so well for me this year, but I think it led me down a better path, which was nursing, and I hope to take that and ride that till the day I die. The next question comes from my girl, _sun_you, aka Sanyu Bishop, aka my sister, aka one of the finest women on this planet. Hey girl, hey. So she asks, how do you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years is not a long time from now, but I hope that in 5 years I am starting a successful career as a nurse practitioner, and that I'm with someone who I love and who loves me, and that I have a golden retriever named Milo, and I'm living alone, and I just hope that my parents are still around and they're happy and healthy, and they're able to experience the successes that we've been trying to reap together all these years. And most importantly, I just hope that I overcome all of my, personal issues, and that I am a happy woman, and genuinely happy, like more than content with life. Then you also asked a second question. I lied, she asked like 3 more. The other 2 are jokes, like she doesn't mean that. She doesn't mean those. But this question, she goes, how did you feel the first time you performed? The first time I performed was actually pictured in the video I posted previous to this. It is one of the beginning clips where I'm wearing like that like J-Lo hat, the red collared shirt, and the denim skirt, where I'm doing like the shimmies at 45 seconds. That was the very first time I performed dance-wise. Prior to that, I only did instrumental performances, so like piano and Brazilian drumming, or I sang a lot. Like I grew up singing first and loving music first before I was a dancer. But the first time I danced, that was such an exhilarating feeling, and I just remember being so nervous at first and literally shitting bricks. Like I was shitting bricks. But I remember coming off of that performance, I did it with 2 of my really close friends at the time, and I felt so good about myself. And like I said, like I grew up unfortunately bullied and picked on a lot, so for once as a kid that age, I actually felt some type of confidence in me, and that just really made me happy. And it was something that was so unfamiliar, which is sad when you think about it, because you're so young, you'd think you'd be more fearless and more happy with yourself, but I just felt so good. I felt so good, and to this day I'm so thankful that I still get to feel that same feeling. Sanyu then proceeded to ask, when will you give me a niece? LOL, let me learn how to fold my laundry right after I do it first. Yeah. And she goes, why are you perfect, girl? You know that's all you. That's all you. Alright. Dancer_Rhea Gill. Hey girl, hey. She's one of my students in Kingston. Asked, if you had a chance to do a do-over in life, what would you do differently? Oh, dearie me. I am a huge believer in everything happening for a reason. Even though I've taken so many low blows in life, I definitely don't think I would, if I had the chance, go back to change anything. Just because the way I feel like me now is a product of everything that's happened before. But if I were to answer that question genuinely and truly, if I could go back and do something differently, or at least done something better, I would go back and I would redo my 4 years of undergrad, just because now I like really miss Queens, and I really miss the lifestyle there and the feeling of just being there and my friends. I think because I went in with such a bitter and bad mentality in first year, and then I carried that for the majority of my undergrad, literally up until maybe the second semester of third year, until I finally started opening up. And I feel like if I didn't do that, I would have had a better experience and I would have been a happier cookie, you know, because I spent a lot of time moping and creating my own sadness and sort of like instigating my own pain, and I don't think I deserve that. And I feel really bad for, you know, first year, second year Mariam. I really think I could have done undergrad better. Okay, this question's a little bit hectic. So, looks like love on Instagram, JC. But he asked, like, what, his question was pretty deep. Like, I don't know how to answer it, really. He goes, what do you think is the meaning of love? Love is a stress ball change. I feel like love is a spectrum. I feel like people love each other in different ways and can show love in different ways, obviously. The meaning of love to me is not necessarily like someone who you're exclusively intimate with. It's not someone who you're necessarily in like a boyfriend-girlfriend, girlfriend-girlfriend, boyfriend-boyfriend type of relationship with. I feel like to me love is kindness. The meaning of love is kindness, and the meaning of love is respect. And on a mutual level and on a mutual basis, I feel like the meaning of love is so universal and it's so broad that question is really hard. And I also feel like the meaning of love to everyone is intrinsic. It's innate. It's what they believe love means. I don't think there's a set definition of love. But to me, love, like the definition of it is definitely, I said definitely like 50 times in that sentence, is definitely love, kindness, the definition of love is love, Mariam, is kindness, respect, generosity, communication. It's all of those things put together. It's when you know, cannot talk to someone for a month or 3 weeks and still be able to catch up with them and be as deep with them as you were the 3 weeks or a month prior. It's when you think about someone constantly and you care for them to the point where you would take a bullet for them, or where where you would put yourself second, because that's a big deal in life, is when you put yourself second, you know? Yeah, that was a hard question. I don't really know much about love, and it's unfortunate. But again, I feel like there's no universal meaning. I mean, yeah, there's no set meaning. It's intrinsic to each individual. And when two individuals find each other, like for example, in a relationship that's like, again, boyfriend, girlfriend, or boyfriend, girlfriend, when it's with them, it's when they both have their innate meanings of love and they sort of redefine each other's innate meanings of love, you know? And then with like family, that's blood drawn, that's like pheromones, that's natural, that's my mom and I love her, you know? That's my take. I hope I articulated that well. Okay, another question comes from another man on my team, Christopher Kaluma. He asked, what is my favorite song and favorite movie of all time? I don't know if I can answer that well, but I can tell you for sure. I think, my favorite song of all time, I don't know. Okay, you know what? No, my favorite song of all time is "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion. And you know why it's not like a trap song or a hip hop song? It's because I grew up with Celine Dion and karaoke. That was always my karaoke track, and it was always the song that I was playing when I was basically half or more than half raised by my grandpa, my grandma, and my titas. Down the street here in Bleecker too, while my parents were at work grinding, you know? Gotta make that money, get that bread. But I would always be listening to that. That song was always playing in the background, and my titas would always be humming it, and my Lola would also be humming it, and they're no longer with me. So it's just it's like a very, very special song to me. Whenever I hear it, I think of them. I think of obviously the movie Titanic, amazing, but it's a song that really speaks to my soul, you know, near, far, wherever you are, etc. It's my track. Favorite movie of all time would have to be, I don't know. I wrote it in a blog post, but I don't know what's my favorite movie anymore. A Walk to Remember has always been my OG like movie. Whenever I needed to watch something or wanted to watch something, it was always A Walk to Remember. I just love that story. The story between Mandy Moore is so good in that movie too. And I read the book first, and it's just so sad. It's a tearjerker, but I think that is my favorite movie of all time, and it's been my favorite movie for a long time. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the whole Avengers franchise. I'm a big fan of, you know, a lot of things, but the one movie that's been my OG favorite has been A Walk to Remember. I'm J Shot on Instagram asked, what made you start YouTube? Well, YouTube has always been a part of the plan. I've always been curious about the entire YouTube franchise, you know, the way people make bank on this, the way people are able to share and counsel, and, you know, it's such a versatile platform, you know, artists thrive, you know, medical professionals thrive, teachers thrive, everyone can thrive on YouTube, which is the cool thing, because, you know, there's not a lot of things in life where everyone can be successful, at, and that's just the truth. You can't be good at everything, but there's something about YouTube where everyone and anyone can find an audience, and that's kind of cool to me. But for me, what prompted me to start YouTube was because all through undergrad and even a little bit through high school, I was a little savage on Snapchat and Instagram stories. Essentially, I would consistently kind of vlog type. I would vlog or share moments that happened to me at school, or I would film other people and turn them into memes on my Snapchat. And literally a lot of people back home and with me at Queens were like, yo, Mariam, your shit's funny. You should, you know, start a YouTube channel and vlog, daily vlog or share. I also have a lot of real talks with a lot of real people in my life, and a lot of them say, you know, if I were to ever just put that online, it could help someone or change someone's day. So there's a lot of mutual encouragement, and then obviously my dad, who is like, Mariam, you can make money off of it, so maybe you should just try as a side thing. Here I am now doing YouTube. And then it was my girl Stephanie, who one day in the summer we were at a Thai restaurant. We're like, no, let's brainstorm ideas, because the minute you write something down, you know, you're accountable for it. So we did it, and then we filmed my first video in October of this year, and here we are. We're 6 anyway. I think this is the last question. Yeah, this last question comes from Christopher Kluma again, and this one's a banger, but I don't know how I'm gonna answer it well. He goes, do you believe that an individual can love two people at the same time, relationship wise? So I'm gonna answer this in two parts. In general, I believe that you can obviously love multiple people at once. Most people at once, just because, like I said, love is universal, and there are many different types of love. So there's a love you share with your partner, your intimate lover person, your partner. There's a love you share for your family, and there's a love you share with your friends. And obviously, because you can't just love one person in that sense, you love all those people at once. I'm paging someone. But relationship wise, because each type of love is different, you can only have so much of it at once, you know, just so that the puzzle pieces melt together appropriately, creating one happy life, right? So same ways, like with my cousins, I'm not close in the same ways with every single one of them, but we're all close because I love them still. Parents, love them both equally, but that's because they're my parents for blood, okay? With an intimate partner, intimacy and love in that sense, and the way you share yourself with a person that you love like that is unique. And I feel like it's both impossible and impractical to love, this is going to be controversial, but to love two people like that at the same time. we're like pushing like polygamy here. I just don't think you can love 2 guys or 2 girls at the same time. Because think about it this way. If I were to put these 2 people that you are in love with like that on the edge of a cliff and I push both of them off, you can only really grab one. So I don't believe in that. I mean, there are people that do, no shame in your game, but for me personally, I don't think you can love more than one person like that at once, relationship wise, like intimate relationship wise. It is no, you can't do that. I don't think. No, you're spreading yourself too thin, honey. I really hope I did that last question justice. I'm sorry, Chris, we can talk about it more if you want to, but that's what I could think of on the spot, and that's just my honest opinion. But that concludes this Q&A video. Thank you guys for stopping by and for watching. Videos might be coming out a little bit slower, given that this is the holiday season. I'm working a lot of extra shifts and doing some traveling to teach in between, plus some family stuff happening, so they might slow down for a bit. I might have some special guests up here in my videos over the holidays. Yeah, I want to thank you all for stopping by. For those wondering, yes, my hair is now, you can't really tell on the camera, but my balayage is no longer caramel. It is blonde. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all were asking, and it is. And because I do wear eyelash extensions, shout out to Naomi, I'll plug her in the description below. People have been calling me the ABG that you bring home to mom. I'm screaming. So yeah, that concludes the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out my first 5 videos. Have a whole marathon. Happy holidays. Happy whatever you celebrate. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna release next, but stay tuned. Also, I'll link my supplementary blog below where you can get extra details and more nitty-gritty on the videos I post every week. Yeah, and you can also follow me on there. All my social medias will be plugged down below, as well as every lovely person who asked me a question. If you like me doing more Q&A videos, feel free to shoot your shot into my DMs anytime, and I'll like slowly accumulate them before I officially release like a whole ask me a question on Instagram. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day, amazing week, and stay amazing yourself. Bye.